Guys, what's up? So today I want to talk to you about something that I don't see getting talked about a lot. Maybe people just don't care to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it, and I understand why. Is weekdays. Those days that you're not very strong in the gym, you don't perform very well, but you still manage to get in there and get your workout in, and feel good about yourself. So I'm going to read you yesterday's workout. It was push day, and keep in mind, I've been hitting the weights for like 7 years now, and keep in mind I've never had a workout. Well, I've had a few and far in between that have been this bad. So I started off with bench. My warm-up sets 95 for 10, 135 for 10, 185 for 10. Then I went to my 3 working sets, 205 for 4, 8, and 6. Now that's pretty bad for me. I haven't benched in quite some time. The gym I've been going to doesn't have a squat rack or a free bench. It just has the Smith machine and dumbbells and machines. So it's been probably about 7 months since I benched. So I knew that I wasn't going to be very strong at it, but I did really not think I was going to go that far down. And then I moved on to incline dumbbell press, the 60s for 10, 65 for 10, 70 for 7, and then the 65s again for 9. And then I moved on to the seated Arnold press, and these are dumbbells by the way. 40s for 6, 35 for 8, 10, and 10. So 4 sets of that. Then I moved on to push downs, which with the stacks and the cables, and I did 9, 10, 11 for 10 to 12, and then I did a triple drop set at the end, and then I moved to weighted dips. I actually only did up to 15 pounds, and I only got 6, and then I dropped the weight, and I attached a 10 pound dumbbell and only got 8. So then I dropped it again and went with a 5-pound dumbbell, and I got 10. I don't do dips a lot, so I managed to still kind of step out of my comfort zone and still try to push myself in other ways by doing an exercise I don't normally do. And then I did machine laterals, which is just your standard seated machine lateral. And I did 35 for 15, 40 for 15, 40 for 12, 30 for 10, and 20 for 12, which is a triple drop set at the end. So as you can see, pretty, for someone, who's been doing this for a really long time, you would look at those numbers and be like, well, he's been wasting his time for the last 7 years. Obviously, I've been stronger than that, but for all you kids and all you people who are getting into the gym and you're watching people's YouTube videos and you think that bodybuilding and powerlifting and all this stuff is just, you keep going up in weight, you keep eating more and you keep getting stronger and it'll be great, you just got to keep working at it. It's not exactly like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in between those stages. You could see somebody bulking and then see them, shredded. And that looks like, a good, easy transformation. But we all know it's not. And there are going to be days where you look better, but you're not as strong in the gym. Or you're going to have days that you look like shit, but you're stronger. Or days, that you're going to look good, you're going to feel good, and you're going to be strong. But it's not going to be every single day. You're going to have shitty workouts, you're going to have bad workouts, you're going to have weak workouts, you're going to have weak days. And in those weak days, it's important to listen to your body. It's the most important thing. You should always listen to your body no matter what. Because at the end of the day, if you don't listen to your body, then you're going to create problems for yourself, injuries. So I managed to still torch my body. My triceps are sore today, my chest is sore, my shoulders are sore. Even though it didn't, on paper, it didn't look like I really went that hard. It kind of looked like your average deload workout or, for somebody. But that was a real workout for me, and it actually was hard for me. By the end of those sets, I was really pushing to get there, and I knew that it was the second I like stepped into the gym, I kind of knew it was gonna be one of those weekdays. When I first got on the bench and I started working with the weight, and I was like, okay, kind of feeling it out a little bit. So roll with the punches on days like that, guys. Listen to your body. Like I said, I still found new ways to get outside my comfort zone and push myself, just not beyond my limits. I stayed within my body's limits yesterday and still found other ways to push myself, push my mind, push my body without going beyond my limits and, you know, hurting myself, because I've done that weight before, so I gotta do it and blah blah blah. So I go and try it and then I hurt myself because, you know, I'm just not that strong today. So there are gonna be days like that, guys, and if you know what I'm talking about, then you can relate to this message. But this is primarily for all the people who don't know, and also for the people who obviously you don't want to show that you're weak. And you always see these people who are always talking about on social media about their PRs and how much they benched, how much they squatted, you know, how much they pulled off the floor. But nobody wants to talk about the days in between PRs, you know, those days where you're just straight up weak. And that was yesterday for me. So, and the only thing you can do is just get through the workout, move on, focus towards the next day. And you know, that's really all you can do, guys. And it's a marathon. It's not a race, and there are gonna be days in between that you're gonna feel like shit, and you know, you still have to get in there and get something done, do some kind of work. But keep you know, pushing your mind and yourself, but never too much, like I said, to the point where you create injury for yourself because you're too anxious about doing something. And you know, these things take time. I know that I was really weak at bench right now, and I look at those numbers and honestly it's pretty sad, guys. 205 for me, I mean, that's like what I was benching back in high school. So to look at that and see that and, you know, compare it to my current day physique is a little sad. But I know that if I keep chugging and I keep pushing through days like this, I'll get to the point a few months from now where I'll have my strength back, and I'll be, you know, warming up with the same weight. But 205, you know, I definitely won't feel like that anymore. And that's what you really got to focus on and keep your mind set on, is not, you know, the weekdays are going to happen, but, you know, you keep pushing and you keep chugging and you keep going up the hill, and, you know, you're eventually going to get stronger. And, you know, whatever. People don't want to talk about weekdays because it makes you look weak, or, you know, you don't want people to know you're actually weak, or whatever. But, you know, weekdays are going to happen, and that's just the truth right there. I saw a fortune cookie, little fortune the other day as I was walking out my door, and it said, the man on top of the mountain did not fall there. And it resonated with me a lot throughout my day. And I just kept thinking back to that and thinking back to that. And as I was at the gym, and I was just like, man, these numbers, they're very, you know, they're sad. And, you know, I can't believe that 7 years, you know, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I've just been wasting my time because I can't bench as much as I used to. And there are a lot of things that are going to play into that, guys. They're going to be, you know, people are going to hit, you're going to hit plateaus. You know, you might fall off the wagon. You might start skipping days. Your diet might be off, and all that stuff's going to happen to you, but that's not the stuff that people want to talk about. So, I'm not making any excuses for myself. Like I said, I knew that my bench was going to be weak from not benching for about 6 to 7 months, but I really didn't think it was going to be that weak. But hey, it's a weekday. Shrug it off, get over it, and, you know, focus on what's in front of you and not what's behind you. So that's my spiel for today, guys. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, holla back at your boy. I'm out.